guys, it's Alicia. Today I am going to be taking my oatmeal banana cake with cream cheese frosting, making a couple of changes to it to make sort of a carrot cake version of that. Now, I got this idea from one of my viewers mentioning in the comments that the oatmeal banana cake would be good with carrots, which I totally agree. And that got me thinking, with just a couple changes to that recipe, I could make it more of a carrot cake version. So that's what I'm gonna do. With Easter coming up, I thought it'd be fun to have kind of a carrot cake. So we're gonna try this out and see how it comes out. So as for what you're gonna need to make this, I'm gonna be using a 20-ounce can of crushed pineapple, and I'm gonna be draining this completely. So that's gonna make it 0 points. If you leave the juice in it, it's gonna have points. So I'm gonna drain all the juice off of that. It is in 100% pineapple juice, but still, with the juice, it has points. Without, none. You're also gonna need some grated carrots. I've got about 1.25 cups there. I just went ahead and threw mine in my food processor, but you could also hand grate them up. I'm gonna be using a little bit of maple syrup for sweetener, about 1/3 cup. If you wanna use brown sugar, you can, or you can also use a sugar alternative. I'm not big into the sugar alternatives myself, especially when it comes to baking. I do use them, but I try to get away with not. You're also gonna need a little bit of vanilla, 1 cup of plain fat-free Greek yogurt. Here is 1.25 cups all-purpose flour, and then 3/4 cup rolled oats. In here, I've got a teaspoon baking soda, a 1/2 teaspoon baking powder, 3/4 teaspoon salt, a teaspoon cinnamon, and a 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg. This is 2 teaspoons coconut oil. You could use butter if you don't have coconut oil. I just like using coconut oil and stuff like this. It gives it a really subtle kind of coconut flavor. You're also gonna need 2 eggs. And then for the frosting, the cream cheese frosting, you're gonna need 4 ounces, so 1/2 of one of these 8-ounce bricks of 1/3 less fat cream cheese. You're also gonna need 1/8 cup fat-free Greek yogurt. You could use 1 to 2 tablespoons of milk if you want instead, but I'm gonna use Greek yogurt. And then some confectioner's flour, about 1/2 cup. And that is everything that I'm gonna be putting in this. First thing I'm gonna do is take my flour and oats and mix in my baking soda, baking powder, salt, cinnamon, and nutmeg. Once I've got that all stirred together, I'm gonna set it aside, and I also have my oven preheating at 375 right now. All right, now in a medium-sized bowl, or you could use a mixer if you want, you're gonna take your eggs, your cup of fat-free Greek yogurt, 1/3 cup of the maple syrup, teaspoon vanilla, your drained pineapple, and I've got most of the liquid off of there, and your carrots. And you're gonna just mix all this together real well. And I forgot to toss in my coconut oil. I'm gonna put that in there too and mix that in. All right, now that I've got that all mixed together well, I'm gonna slowly mix in my dry ingredients. And I'm gonna just mix these until I don't see any more dry. I don't want to, there goes my oven. I don't want to over mix this. So like I said, just until basically I don't see any more of the flour. Okay, that looks good. So now I'm gonna take a 13 by 9 inch pan, spray it with a little cooking spray, and then pour this in. I'm gonna spread this out as evenly as possible in here. Okay, now I'm gonna bake at 375 for about 20-25 minutes. I'm just gonna kind of keep an eye on it and bake it until a toothpick inserted in the middle comes out clean. All right, I let this cook almost 25 minutes, probably about 24. It is done. So now I'm gonna let it completely cool before I frost it. So probably a good couple hours. So for the frosting, you're gonna start with your 4 ounces of cream cheese, and you want this kind of room temperature or softened well so that it mixes well. And then half cup confectioner's sugar or powdered sugar. And again, if you want to use a sugar substitute or sugar alternative, you absolutely can. And then 2 tablespoons or 1/8 cup of the fat-free Greek yogurt, plain. And if you want to use milk instead, you can for that too. And then finally a half teaspoon of vanilla. And then you're gonna just mix this together real well until that is light and fluffy. Like that. All right, now that my cake is completely cooled, I'm going to go ahead and frost it. Just gonna try to get this on here as evenly as possible. Okay, now this is ready. I'll go ahead and cut a piece out to show you what a serving size is. Okay, and here is a piece of that. And that is a serving size, which is a 1/12. The points on this are gonna be 6 for green and blue, and then 5 for purple. So I will go ahead and just taste this real quick to see what I think of it. My hubby is being really, really good on the diet, and he's not gonna touch any of this. So unfortunately, we won't get his taste test on here, but I will taste it since, again, I've never made this before, and I'll let you know what I think. There's the bite. Okay, I think that is really good. It tastes similar to the banana one, maybe not quite as sweet, although the banana one is not, I wouldn't call that one sweet either. But it's got a really good flavor. I think the carrots and pineapple go really well in this. And they pair really well with that cream cheese frosting too, which I love. I love that frosting. It is good stuff. But yeah, I think it tastes good. It's nice and moist, as you can see. But it's got a really good flavor. If I was to change anything about it, I'll take another bite. I would maybe, instead of using 1 1/4 cup or 1 1/4 cup of the carrots, I would maybe do just a cup of the carrots and then throw a banana in there too, a nice ripe banana, to add just a tiny bit more sweetness to it. I mean, it has enough for me, but I could see how maybe that wouldn't be as sweet or enough sweetness for some people. But I really like the flavor. I think it's really good. Between this one and the banana, I probably still prefer the banana a little bit, but this is very good. And as I said, I think this is kind of nice for Easter time because it's got the carrot cake twist on it. But yeah, I will definitely make this again. Like I said, I'll probably try it with a little less carrot and then add a banana. And I think it would be even better that way. Also, I will link the banana cake version of this up above and down below if you haven't seen that and you want to check that out, because that one is really good too. But like I said, this is also really good. Now, another reason my husband isn't trying this is because he hates pineapple. So this is one that he definitely wouldn't like. And if you don't like pineapple, obviously you're not gonna like this, but I love pineapple, I love carrot cake, and so I really like the kind of carrot cake twist on this. But anyway, that is my oatmeal carrot cake with cream cheese frosting. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you as always for watching, and I will see you on the next one.